Hold on. Try to get this shit going.
Hey everyone, Tim Kitzrow with you, and welcome to NFL Blitz, Ain't Karma Edition.
Oh, with the vicious hit!
Cry, Eagles, cry, on your road to humility. Cry, Eagles, cry, with a smackdown 1, 2, 3. Hit 'em low, hit 'em high, and watch your Eagles cry. Die, Eagles, die, on your road to humility. Man, what a debacle, 42-19.
That's
Welcome
the way to
everybody to a brand new episode of Fair Faithful Podcast. I'm Brian Franio, and joined by me are my co-host, Niner Game Podcast, Deon Johnson, Niner Beto from Niner Sickness Podcast, and also 49er Media. What's going on, fellas?
There we go. We got Beto, the luchador in the building. You know what I'm saying? Media look like he about to go file somebody taxes.
Oh shit, Deon.
Oh man. Start the show off with a bang, dude.
Damn, bro.
I'm glad I am taking the class for that.
Damn.
Yeah, buddy. Boy, that IRS system is a motherfucker.
Oh yeah. No lie there.
Man, so I'm just gonna kick this off, man. First things first, Eagle fans, you talked all that shit about us coming to your stadium. You swore up and down it was gonna be something. You swore up and down you was with the shit. You wanted to smoke. The only thing I caught on any kind of social media was y'all throwing snowballs at Niner fans. So you know what you were doing? You threw them snowballs out of frustration. See, the first quarter had you fooled. That's what happened. The first quarter, even Niner fans were like, oh, shit, this might be one of them games. But you know what happened in the first quarter? We broke your streak of your red zone touchdowns because you had 14 straight. We broke that, and you only kicked 2 field goals. So you know what that told me in hindsight? My defense was doing its job. My offense just needed to wake up. And then the second quarter happened, and the third quarter happened. And the fourth quarter happened. And we had 6 straight drives where we kicked your teeth down your fucking throat and found a way to win that game 42-19. So everybody was saying, don't go to the Rocky statue. Well, we went to the Rocky statue. Nobody did anything. We went to the game. Nobody did anything except run their mouth. Nobody was really with the smoke. Now, it's not to say that we wanted any type of actual violence. But I need people from other parts of the country to stop thinking that we soft in California, because we're not.
Preach it.
That's
baby.
not who we are. Okay? Let me explain this. Brandon lives in Gilroy. Okay? Gilroy in the Bay Area. Okay? Take your ass over there to the town, see if you come in there with the bullshit and don't get yourself fucked up. Go to Frisco, see if you don't get yourself fucked up. Okay? Don't come down to LA with the shit. We all the way crazy.
LA gonna molly your asses.
Like, it's a whole different world, a whole different ball game. We are not trying to go by any means to anybody's team and fight.
Don't get me mad.
We're trying to remind you, don't piss us off because we are not pushovers.
That's right.
And as you can see, what we did to your team. It was literally a funeral. Everybody came in black, damn near.
Yep, they dressed appropriately.
Trent said, I was just doing that on my own. I didn't tell nobody. I just said, hey, it is what it is. I'm going to wear black. Next thing you know, Debo in black. Chase Young in black. You know what I'm saying? Although I don't like the shoes Debo was wearing. Them shits was weird. But, I mean, fashion faux pas in sports are just continuous. So it is what it is. But I'm telling you right now, man,
They're ready for a funeral.
We went in there ready for a funeral, and we did. We buried the Eagles on their field in that bum ass stadium, and it wasn't nothing y'all was gonna be able to do about it. Now, all the shit y'all was talking, even Hassan Reddick, he got his sack. That was good. That's good for you. But you know what happened? AJ Brown and Devontae Smith actually still had fairly good games. AJ didn't score a touchdown, but Devontae had 94 yards in the TD. I believe AJ was over 100 yards.
Yep.
So, that's a cold one right there, Jet. Damn, you right. If anybody has ever seen Eddie Murphy raw, he came out, man, all leather, baby. All leather. And it definitely was a beautiful thing, man. We started off by just flat out destroying, what I'm saying, any confidence that they had. So anytime that you feel that you have one up on the Niners, when we are fully healthy, we are the best team in the NFL, there's no one that can stop us. And you know what happened today? Something that should have happened a long damn time ago. TDP got cut.
Yeah.
It's been used. And I've been saying that for the longest. Kyle, note to self, don't draft another running back as long as you live.
He got cut?
Yup.
Yeah.
He got waived.
Yeah, we signed some guy named Logan something.
Logan Ryan, like long time Buccaneer or Patriot.
Our
For the
boy Rod's in the
Giants,
house.
Titans.
Rod in the
Bucks.
building.
What's up with it, y'all?
Hi, Rod.
What's up, Rod?
What's up, sexy
What's up?
you, sexy man you?
Beto,
I'm
what
just
up, man?
saying.
What's up, brother?
So what I want to
Not
do
much,
with this
boss.
is I want to switch this up. So I'm not going to talk. I'm just going to go ahead and kick it over to Brandon. You're going to start, and you're going to tell us about the quarterbacks and the comparison and how that worked out for the Eagles, because it didn't.
So let's talk about it real quick, because our boy Dennis didn't want to come and join us and get the smoke. So hey, shout out to him. Keeps it grinding. He's taking all the hate right now. Rod had to grill him a little bit last night on his channel. So I had to grill him too earlier
I
on
bet
his
you that
channel
was
yesterday.
fun.
But real quick, so we were down 6-0, right? We had 2 3-and-outs. It wasn't looking pretty. I'm not gonna lie, I was like low key a little bit worried. And then come
Shame on your ass.
second quarter, they switched it up. They lit a fire underneath their culos, and Brock Purdy looked like how he's been looking this season. Just straight destroying these defenses. Like I said on our show earlier that we just had, me and Beto, Eagles defense is just not it, man. We exposed them to the what's the word, Beto? Help me out here.
Pretenders that they are.
The pretenders that they are. And it's funny how these Eagle fans keep saying we're still the best team, but after Sunday, your red and gold 49ers are the best team in the NFL right now. And
Bar none.
just put that shit out there. Let it be, man.
So
what did you see?
What did you see from Brock the Glock Purdy?
So you could tell Brock was a little nervous starting out this game. But once he got comfortable, man, that boy was going. Finding Debo, finding Ayuk in the end zone. That was actually a beautiful freaking play in the end zone, by the way, to Ayuk. To Kittle. Then CMC started going because he wasn't going in the first quarter. Once everything started clicking, I mean, Purdy was just having fun back there. Let's just be completely honest. And then Jawan Jennings, he had a big game. Especially with that one catch.
You didn't say it right.
Jawan motherfucking Jennings.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Dude,
I mean
that spin that he had on that touchdown.
Purdy looked MVP material. It's just, I'm putting it out there right now.
And then what about what happened to Mr. Hurts? What was he hurt?
we saw that he went out for like what, a series.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Then they brought in
but
Mariota for a little bit.
he honestly, our defense actually contained him for the most part. We didn't
Yep.
let him escape the pocket as much. Um, Jalen Hurts was struggling, man, and he couldn't even run right because he was falling on his ass. Especially that one time with that Kinlaw sack. So that was fun to see. Yeah, man, I don't know. Jalen's just not it. I mean, he's it, but he's not it in that game at least.
So
So
here's a weird stat. Do you know that our game was damn near even? We threw as much as we ran. Do you know what happened with the Eagles? 45 throws to 18 rushes.
their run game wasn't
You
there.
made yourself one-dimensional.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't even try with the run game. And of course, we all see what happened. You know, we all saw what happened with Demo's hit. He damn near obliterated DeAndre Swift. He took that boy's soul like
Yep.
Benjamin took Drake Kirkpatrick's soul some years ago. But it was flat out amazing. So we do got to stop for just 2 seconds, really quick, guys. We got to say rest in peace to Corey Davis.
Oh, I was gonna get to that.
49er fan, 49er content creator, all around good dude. That dude had literally, I can tell you right now, is the only person I've ever met in my life that has that much damn 49er trivia in their head. Like he will come right off the top of the dome with it. Like you could ask him about anything and it just takes him a second and boom, right there he has it. But rest in peace to Corey, man. I never got to meet him, but he was a good dude. Did a show with him here and there, you know. But Corey was an awesome human being, man. So rest in peace to him. Prayers up for his family and whatnot, man. And rest in peace to Super Dave, the OG's mom. You know, he lost her more recently. And, you know, we still praying for him, trying to hold him up and uplift him. And the one thing I can say is Corey was very blessed because he got to see the game, see us get to win. And then he always said he wanted to be buried in the Jerry Rice jersey. And shout out to Brian Cope for making that happen. Cope went ahead and made sure he got him an autographed Jerry Rice jersey. So rest in peace to you, Corey. We love you, man. We're going to always uphold you and hold you up and lift you up, man. You know, it's hard when we lose one of our Niner family because we become like family. You know what I mean?
That's right.
You know, when we see people, when we do things, if we're out, you know, if I were ever to run in the ride and we looked at each other and it was like, oh shit, that's Rod. He's like, oh shit, that's Deon. It's all love. That's my, you know, that's my guy. Same thing for media, same thing for Beto, same thing for you. You know, it's beyond football. You know what I'm saying? We become really cool people, you know, but rest in peace to Corey, man. And
let's get
thank you so much for everything you did for the faithful, man. You were always a good dude.
Yeah. He was always fun to watch on his shows for sure with Brian and Tony and everybody. Good guy. And you know, the Niners pulled a dub out for him. Let's take a moment real quick and just you know,
moment of silence.
Moment of silence and yeah. All right,
man. So let's lift these spirits right back up, man, because that's what Corey will want us to do. I'm gonna kick it on down to Rod here. Rod, tell me how beautiful it looked to watch our wide receivers destroy that secondary. That we reminded the Eagles how trash they are.
Look phenomenal. I don't know about y'all, but a couple weeks ago, even in our own what up, Gina? Even in our own little text that we have going on our text thread, I said it weeks ago. I wasn't worried about the Eagles. I saw the imperfections in their secondary, and I knew that we was gonna chew them apart. So I wasn't worried about them. On top of that, I wasn't worried about honestly their front four. Just being brutally honest. I had a similar thing about a kind of a debate on our show before last night, and I was telling one of my co-hosts, um, I felt that Kyle was going to scheme Reddick, out of the game. Now, granted, Reddick did get the first sack of the game. And then after that, you saw what happened to Reddick. Reddick didn't even know half of the time where the ball was. So it just felt like it definitely, everything was schemed properly to help out uh, Brock stay clean for the most part. You know what I'm saying? For 42 points. You know what I'm saying? That we put up on these bums out there that I wasn't worried about at all, that I said was gonna win. Um, it just felt that much more better. And I don't know about y'all, but I'm smoking on that Eagle pack right now. So it feels good.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
Ain't this what they've been waiting on?
It is. So let's kick it over to media. Media, tell me about this defense. Tell me how amazing it was to watch them just wreak havoc and not allow much of anything. We let him get a little tush push. We let Devontae get one. But other than that, nada. Talk to us, buddy.
I was really impressed with the secondary, and the one guy I continue to be impressed with is Travarius Ward, because he did struggle a little bit at the beginning of the season, which made kind of sense because new DC with Steve Wilkes, but especially these last two games, man, he went up against DK first, locked him down on Thanksgiving, went against AJ Brown on Sunday, he had 100+ yards, but that didn't really affect the game that much in the end. So I thought Travarius Ward's done a really, really good job, and it's really nice to see that this defense is finally getting constant pressure, because that was just one thing too where it's like, can we please get pressure? Can we please get pressure? And they're finally clicking together. So just outstanding job. And I'm going to say it, like Steve Wilkes, I think, did a great job too. And just the whole defense, was outstanding. Just giving up 19 points to the number one team. That's outstanding to see. So defense was
Fantastic.
phenomenal.
Great. And what did AJ Brown post? He was crying. Don't nobody care about your crocodile tears. Cry that shit out for somebody who gives two fucks. We don't care that you cried. No one cares that you're sad. No one cares that you're hurt. At the end of the day, y'all was talking a lot of shit, and y'all was. We came in there and shut your mouths, so you can cry all you want. At the end of the day, take it like man. You got to go ahead. Hey, look, you win some, you lose some, but you live to fight another day. So, Beto, give me a comparison of the run game of the 49ers, which was beautifully abundant, and the run game of the Eagles, which was nowhere to be found. What happened?
Boy, oh boy, do the Eagles wish they had Trent Williams on their side to be able to get that run game going. There's no comparison, man. I mean, don't get me wrong. Their running game is. I can't think of his. Help me out, guys. I can't think of his name.
DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, Swift. I'm not going to take too much away from him. He's a great running back, but he's not anywhere near a Christian McCaffrey type of running back. And when you got the big silverback leading the way, departing the Red Sea like Moses, you're going to penetrate right through him, man. This is how important Debo and Trent Williams is to this offensive line. Anyone that doesn't see that, I'm not, I don't know what you're seeing, but when you got those two guys healthy doing their thing, this team is unstoppable. And that run game, Eagles are actually a good defense against the run. They don't let people run on them. And they were even shocked if you watch a lot of the videos of the guys talking on defense. Man, we couldn't stop the run. They were moving the ball on us. And that just shows you that
they were defeated.
Yep.
Jalen Carter was crying too.
They're all crying. They're all crying.
But
Brandon Graham put on his Twitter today that he loves that he got beat down because it's going to humble the team, blah, blah, blah. What else are you going to say when you get embarrassed like that?
Pretty much.
When you get embarrassed like that, you're talking all that shit. Listen, ain't nothing better than a man talk his shit, and when the rubber meets the road, you back it up.
Mm-hmm.
Talk your shit if you're gonna back it up. Don't get slapped and then start crying and freaking out. Debo getting flowers from me, man, because this guy was talking his shit and did not hold back. The whole
wanted
walking
that
in
smoke.
black
3 touchdowns.
was a statement as a team. Okay, right before the game, walking through their warm-ups, right through their warm-ups was a statement. Okay, getting in their head, talking about Bradbury being trash, which he is, and backing it up when people are trying to corner him, and because he said that based upon emotion, they said after the loss, he backed it up, and he finally truly backed it up with 138, I believe, in 3 TDs, 2 by the air and 1 Russian TD.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't stop him. They couldn't. They didn't want to tackle him. It seemed
Debo
like
Samuel himself averaged 29 yards a catch.
29.
Man caught
Hear
all
that?
4
Say
of
that
his
again, bro.
targets.
How many yards?
29 yards a catch. The man caught all of his targets thrown his way. He also he had 3 carries for 22 yards in the TD. Do you understand that 3 carries for 22 yards means you're averaging 7.3 yards a fucking carry? Do you understand how many running backs would die for a stat like that? Like, they need stats like that, and they don't get it. Now, let me go ahead and go on to the other side, okay? So we had a total of 28 rushes for 146 yards as a combined team. That's between Debo, Elijah Mitchell, Christian McCaffrey, Jordan Mason, and even a couple yards from Brock Purdy. Now, for the Eagles, they had 18 rushes for 46 yards between 5 people: Hurts, Swift, Mariota, Kenneth Gainwell, and Boston Scott. Do you know that all of them averaged under 3 yards a carry? Their starter, DeAndre Swift, averaged 2.2 yards per carry. That's
just dominant.
Like, that tells you they didn't go anywhere. And Jalen Hurts throwing the ball 40. You threw the ball 45 times and ran 18. So you put yourself in that position. You didn't even try. Like, at a bare minimum, you know, if it all fails, you try again. But they didn't even try. Now let's talk about some of the highlights. So our first highlight is Mr. Greenlaw doing what he does, suplexing motherfuckers. And then we got a security guard gets into it on the sideline. Greenlaw throws a would-be punch and possibly grazes his nose a bit. And they threw him and Greenlaw out of the game. Now, I can appreciate that because it was fair. You know, hey, you got involved, I got involved. It is what it is. The other highlight was the life flowing from DeAndre Swift's body as Amador Lenore came in and said, y'all remember Deshaun Goldson? Yeah, he been teaching me how to hit. And I felt I should rock somebody's world just like he used to back in the day. So DeAndre Swift, here you go. Bam! And just the man crawled. He was gonna get up, and then he crawled, and then he didn't think it was gonna work, and it was just, oh shit, like, it was bad, man. And
All bad.
you know, the other highlight, that Jawan Jennings touchdown. Sorry, Jawan motherfucking Jennings, his TD. Get off me. Let me get up in this end zone real quick. I want to celebrate too. You know, it just became a point where everybody wanted to go into the end zone. And we all just met there and had a good damn time. And Eagles fans were just sitting there. They were I saw so much shit on Instagram. They were leaving very early.
They left with like 10 minutes left in the fourth.
Yeah, like they was like, man, we ain't finna stay here and watch our team get their teeth kicked in. Forget about it. We out.
They flew away.
They
Fly,
literally
Eagle, fly.
And it was just the most hilarious shit ever to watch them fail left and right, because a lot of the times what happens is, you know, you go in, you play these teams, they talk a lot of shit, their fans talk a lot of shit, and then when you beat them down, it's crickets. You don't hear nothing. Everything is quiet. And I mean, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you, boy, man, that you do the hosting with. I'm pretty sure you gave it to him crazy last night. So I understand why you wouldn't want to come a second day in a row and get the smoke. That definitely ain't something I don't want to do. I know I don't want to hear shit from nobody. Especially like after a Niners loss, I'm pissed. I'm bothered. I don't want to be talked to. I just want you to leave me alone. Let me have that.
And that's just a loss when you get humiliated.
I had to sit through that for 10 months, and hear everything and made no excuse because injuries are part of the game. Dude, I feel, bad for Brock. Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that's part of the game.
Yep.
My thing is when all of our quarterbacks went out, it was just like we had no shot at all. So I was like, hey, it is what it is. What up, Perez? It's just like how I feel is, this just felt that much more sweeter because there is no excuse now. We're on your field, we're on your turf again. So there is nothing to excuse at all. I'm not trying to hear nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and and that's the thing. So shout out to Shady McCoy. I appreciate you for recognizing that we were the better team. Thank you for not being a homer like most people would be and just taking your team and still propping yourself up. And hey, look, everybody takes an L. We went on a 3-game losing streak. I didn't forget that. We did.
Yep.
We lost 3 damn games in a row. It was rough. It was tough sledding. We didn't, we had to deal with everything that we had to deal with. But that does tell you, is to Rod's point, Debo is a very intricate part of this offense. To what Beto was saying, if you're not understanding how much he means, I don't know what you're watching. Because you don't have
that Debo
like that.
But that Debo right there was that all-pro Debo.
Mm-hmm.
If we get that all-pro Debo, the Debo that we just got from Sunday,
it's over.
to go along with the offense that's already going the way that it's going, hey man, there's no defense.
Welcome back,
I'm
Debo.
worried about. There's no defense I'm worried about in the league. No defense.
And
I'm worried about.
You know what Brock does that actually baffles me? He'll only throw to like 4 or 5 people. Like he spreads the ball around, but it's to the main targets. You're going to see CMC. You're going to see Kittle. You're going to see Debo. You're going to see Ayuk, and you're probably going to see JJ. But those are his main targets. If Juice randomly gets a catch, so be it. If you can catch Jordan Mason, so be it. And I was definitely very surprised when they put Debo back there to return the kicks, but we all see how well that worked out. Hell, if it wasn't a risk of injury, I'd rather keep him back there than Ray because Ray don't be doing shit.
Also,
they put Ronnie Bell as well, didn't they?
Oh, on the punts, yeah.
Yeah, on the punt. Ronnie
Yeah.
Bell kind of had me questioning him back there after he almost fumbled that ball, but luckily he went out of bounds.
It happens, man.
You was nervous.
Mm-hmm.
Got the rookie jitters a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
He's like,
Look, okay, you know what I would do?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
For you, I'm going to do this throwback. I will say this. This game, Kyle showed me what I wanted to see from him for years. He kept his foot
Absolutely.
on
what?
the
I'm sorry.
gas.
Repeat that again. I didn't hear.
Kyle showed me what I wanted to see for years. He kept his foot on the gas, which he usually likes. Once Kyle gets a lead and he heads into that fourth quarter, Kyle starts coasting. He'll start running the ball. You won't see any more throws. He's not really trying to score. But you know what? I think the situation that happened was Kyle got pissed off about that whole Greenlaw situation.
Oh, fuck yeah.
About a few calls that happened in that game and a few things that didn't happen. Because I can tell you right now that Eagles offensive line was holding the shit out of us, and we didn't barely get any calls for that. I know they were. I was watching it. But what I can tell you is he kept his foot on the gas, and that's what I want him to do. Don't take your foot off the gas. Don't be nice. Don't get lackadaisical. Don't get calm. Don't rest on your lead.
No.
Beat the shit out of these teams. Make them understand and realize I'm touted as one of the best offensive minds in the league. So since I'm touted as such, I'm going to show you why the fuck they tell me that, why they call me that, why I have that moniker. I need you to go out there and do what you do. See, Deon never talked on the field. Deon just went out there and did his job. And he'll tell you himself, I wasn't really a big talker, But what does he say? You look good. You look good. You play good. You play good. They pay good. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. And at the end of the day, I just want him to keep that same mentality. You have to remember the more you beat down these teams, the worse off it is for the next team. If people don't think that you see a 9 or 10 win team coming into your building and there's not a little trepidation, you're lying to yourself. Because if you walk, you like, okay, this team doing some things. They doing some shit. You know what I'm saying? But with Kyle, he kept his foot on the gas the way he was supposed to. So I love it. Now, I just want him to keep doing that. And I would love to see another 42-point game. Hell, I'd love us to put up a 50 burger on the damn Seahawks. If we can. I will take a Sam Darnold touchdown just for us to get to 50. That's how much I would do it. Y'all know I can't stand Sam Darnold. I hate USC quarterbacks with a passion. But I'll give Kyle that much credit. I'll give him that throwback.
All right.
Did his thing.
So real quick, I want to show
Who is this guy?
who me.
No, Deon. It's a new Deon.
Deon's controlling the show tonight. I like it.
No, not from that perspective.
No, he's
Talking
just
about
saying
Kyle.
I'm being polite to Kyle.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't mean I forgive him for the fuck shit that happened years ago.
There he is. There he is.
That
Can I
doesn't
say-
mean
can I
say
I
this,
got
though?
it.
Go ahead,
Can
Rob.
I say this also? I feel like, and I kind of agree with some of the sentiments with Dion. My thing is this with Kyle that I'm happy about. You can finally see a trust in a quarterback
Thank
Yes.
you.
behind all the
Exactly.
plays that are being called now,
Mhm.
because he finally has a quarterback that can actually execute the other pages that he has in the playbook, that these guys have been learning this playbook for so long now he can dial into stuff now that we've never seen before, because we had 6 years of Jimmy Garoppolo
Yeah.
that only threw just to the middle
Mm.
of the field, and that was it. Look at how much Brock has the ability to turn his back,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying, on a play action.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And especially on a goal line play, to have that much confidence in Moxie to think that, hey, watch this, and I pull it off. For him to run the two dudes over on that one little run play, and he ran out of bounds with. For him to take that hit on that elbow, like, hey man, Brock's just letting us know that he's here. I'm good. Trust me, y'all. And like we say, man, if he stays in rhythm, and I think Brock has a beautiful rhythm right now that you just don't want to mess up. He stays in this type of rhythm and keeps the core guy. And this is history. This is honest history. If it stays afloat.
We
That's
got
just being
Sidney
honest.
McCarver Jr. in the building. What's good, pimp?
What's up,
What's going
brother?
on, man?
The keyword healthy. Ron, I'm with you. You got to
Yes.
stay healthy.
Gotta stay healthy.
Absolutely.
With
Hey,
the
Absolutely.
play calling from him, staying healthy, the way the defense is playing. And I just want to say this real quick. For those that wanted to get rid of Steve Wilkes, where are those Niner fans at?
Mm-hmm.
Where he was trash, he wasn't this, he couldn't. The guy, and listen, this is just my belief. You guys can agree or disagree. The whole change in the defense had nothing to do. It doesn't hurt, but it has nothing to do for him moving from the booth to the field. If you think that, with all due respect, you're a moron. It was the adjustment of moving Isaiah Oliver out of there, putting
Bingo.
Lenore inside and moving Thomas on the outside.
Bingo.
And flowers to Thomas for holding his shit
He
on the
has
outside
been
to continue
Absolutely.
to do
Yep.
because what's the name had time. Hurts had time. That offensive line's no joke of the Eagles, but he couldn't get rid of the ball. Why?
Absolutely.
Because the back end was covering.
yes.
Got to
Yep.
give flowers to
Right.
that back end, man. Those guys were balling back there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Especially
And Jair Brown.
Yes,
You got to give Jair
yes,
Brown.
sir.
You got to give him respect too, because think about this.
Yeah.
You got an all pro that was out.
Yes.
You're not just taking over for just your basic safety.
All pro.
You're taking over for all pro safety.
Mhm.
So for him to step in and for us to not miss a step. Now, granted, he did give up that first slant to AJ Brown,
But he
for
made
that
up
long
for it,
one.
bro. He learned quick.
But he made up for it for
Yep.
the rest of the game. And after that, that's a rookie mistake. Guess what? I salute that, because guess what? You're gonna have those stumbling blocks. I
Yep.
don't think he'll miss it again.
No.
Agreed.
Yeah, I have to agree. I have to say this. I'm one of those morons then, because I honestly believe when you're down there on the field, it gives you the opportunity to truthfully communicate with your players.
Yep.
If you're up in the booth, the only person you're communicating with is the guy who has the green dot on his helmet.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe even, Kyle. But it to me, I think the communication is just better when you're down there on the field. But I mean, you have a very valid point. Yes, taking freaking
Oliver
out and throwing Demo on the slide, putting Ambry on the outside.
Yep.
It works, and the communication to me just helps a lot. And I
Mhm.
love every second of it. It was a fantastic thing. You know what I mean? And I'll say this for you, Throwback. I know you're saying that Kyle deserves his respect. He's our head coach. I give Kyle respect. I just need him to finish the job. That's all I've ever said. I've
That's
always
it.
maintained that.
That is
Anybody
it.
who knows me, I have said that before. All I want is for you to finish the job. Because for me, at the end of the day, we are that damn good. We truthfully are. This team is flat out stellar. It's fantastic. So, love the competitiveness. Love everything. I just need to get this.
when you say finish the job, I'm with you. I know that. Listen, you won a Super Bowl ring, and that's what he was brought in to bring in a Lombardi Trophy. Okay, there's no. It's not like the Pee Wee football nowadays, and I hate to say this, but they give you what's that trophy they give you for participation trophy?
We don't do that shit.
They didn't give that crap when I was playing football. Either you earned it or you didn't get nothing. You didn't get no participation trophy.
If you were first, second, or third, you didn't get shit.
So I understand that Kyle was brought in to win a chip, but what he has done, okay, I know we haven't won it yet, and I'm not making excuses, but what he has done since he took over in 2016 or 17, whatever it was, he had to rebuild and restructure that whole freaking team. Those 2 years it was rebuilding. Got to the Super Bowl on his third year. Came close. We were winning the whole 3 quarters. Yes, we messed up, whatever. We lost that. We've been to 3 NFC championship games. We haven't crossed that mark. But you got to make it to the NFC championship game to cross over to the Super Bowl. And I think this year might be the year that my boy Deon is going to be happy with Kyle, because as long as we don't get hurt and we stay healthy, that Lombardi will be, because I am looking at the AFC teams right now. Nobody scares me on that side.
They're weak.
Nobody.
They're very weak.
Nobody scares me. The 2 strongest teams is in the NFC. That's the Eagles and the Niners. And we already saw what we did to the Eagles.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you, right? And the beauty of it is, I would love for the Chiefs to come on in. Their receivers can't catch the football.
Yeah.
You mean to tell me I just got to shut down Travis Kelce and then ain't nobody else going to catch the ball? It's easy.
And Jordan Love.
I think
The Chiefs just lost against the Packers.
Yeah, to Jordan Love. Although, to his credit, the dude has been
Love
balling.
played a damn good game.
The last 3 weeks, he's been balling. So
I think now that's a guy who's evolving. He's coming into his own very well. And I think, Green Bay, they lucked out.
Well, it doesn't hurt to sit behind.
You go from
Rodgers
Brett Favre. Yeah, you go from Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers. You go from Aaron Rodgers into Jordan Love. And we all know Rodgers wasn't perfect when he first started. He wasn't awesome. He wasn't great. It took him a little time, but he figured it out. But that couple of years to sit down and to develop properly and to learn the game and understand it, that's okay. I will say this. We have been on a tear, and it's a beautiful thing to watch. And I think as long as we keep playing these damn bird teams, we just gonna keep winning. We got
stack them up, baby. Stack up those birds.
Yeah, we just stack these birds up, and then when the Cardinals game goes, man, I believe I'm gonna go ape shit. Like, I'm definitely gonna have a good time, man. And I just want to be able to make sure that everybody does what they can do and continue to make things great. I just see so much fantastic football being played by us. I just see so many unstoppable things happening that it just doesn't matter what teams do. They just cannot they can't stop us. And I mean, hell, the Seahawks gave the Cowboys a run for their money. You know what I'm saying? And
35
that's the
points.
crazy thing, and oddly enough, out of all these birds that we playing, you technically cannot eat any of them. And the only one that's actually really scary is the damn was the eagle, because an eagle, shit, if you ever seen an eagle in real life and seen their talons, you don't want to get that shit on you. Those motherfuckers are psychotic. But a cardinal is just a little bitch ass bird that just sits in a tree and does nothing.
Bitch ass bird.
You can shoot that fucker with a BB gun and it'd be done in seconds. Now a raven, you gotta be careful with them too, because they're scavengers. They eat just about anything. But what I can tell you is, I keep reminding people, we are 49ers. Our name literally came from the gold rush in California. But you know what we have? We have guns. People, that's what we are. The 49ers had guns. They had muskets. They had actual fucking guns. So all these birds, we just sitting up there just bird hunting. It's like duck hunt.
Pew, pew, pew.
You remember that? And you just see
they
fall.
So real quick,
credit to Nintendo.
So real quick, I want to bring this up real quick because I want to bring it over to our boys from the Hive, Zach and Matt, and of course Mike Andrews as well. Matt had a good point, and I kind of want to get your guys' thought after the video. I guess I show you guys.
Sure.
Listen, man, great victory. Ever since last offseason, we've been waiting and waiting and waiting for this moment. We've been listening like little nits in our ears to these Philadelphia fans talking about, oh, Brock Purdy was hurt. Doesn't matter. We would have won anyway. Why are you crying about this, crying about that? Players talking this, players talking that. Boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Nevertheless, you guys complain about the playing surface that both teams played on in the Super Bowl. Nevertheless, there's people on X right now trying to make excuses. Zach, as you told me, that, oh, Jalen Hurts missed a couple plays, so, they couldn't make that comeback. Nevertheless, your coach, who, like a fake-ass tough guy, can sit underneath the tunnel and call out KC fans and say, bye, can't hear you now, can't hear you now. You know what I heard? I heard you taking the coward's way out and asking for Dre Greenlaw to get thrown out of the game because your fat, greasy fuck of a security guard touched one of the players. That dude should be banned. We waited all season for this, and guess what? It was a fucking ass whooping from beginning to end. Every phase of the game after that first quarter, when we took your best punch, like a heavyweight fight, you gave us everything you could give us. You bloodied the lip a little bit. We ate that shit like a Tic Tac, wiped off our lips, and dragged you through the mud for the rest of the game. You guys want to act tough every single time that we come up against you. It's every time you go up against everybody. You boo Santa Claus. You're this, you're that. Philly, oh, we're so tough. We're this and that. Y'all are a bunch of cowardly bitches, okay? You guys got your ass whooped. It was a beautiful thing to see. And as far as I'm concerned, Nick Sirianni represents you to a T, all right? Bunch of cowards, fake-ass tough guys, and we'll see you in January, bitches.
There we go.
Although I thought it was an acid looking at him like Mr. Robotic.
Yeah, it was tracking, but I'll say
but
this.
I love what he said.
Shit.
Was he lying? Was he lying?
Shit. Oh man,
I concur with everything he said.
every fucking word he said was nothing but the truth. And
Yep.
here's the biggest problem for teams coming to play us. You know what's coming, and you cannot stop it. So if we're going to use a boxing analogy, I'll liken it to my favorite boxer right now, Gervonta Davis. I think Tank is the best boxer in boxing right now. And Tank doesn't start his fights off fast. He gives a little time to feel you out. And once that opening comes, that's when that power shows up. For such a small human being at no more than 135 to 140 pounds soaking wet, he's got a lot of power for a little dude. But I can tell you this, the Eagles fans came in like Mike Tyson. And you know what we did? We came in like Buster Douglas. You wanted to go out all night and party before the fight. You wanted to go out all night and hang with girls, do coke, do whatever you wanted to do. And you came into the fight in the first round, you're a little sluggish. And then we figured you out. Started landing the body blows. Next thing you know, we started going up top. And in the fourth quarter, we hit you with that liver shot like Tank hit Ryan Garcia. And you basically bowed down on one knee and you couldn't do it. You gave it up. And you guys better figure it out against these damn Cowboys next week. Because that's a divisional opponent, and that's even harder. Divisional opponents are always hard. I love the fact of how we're beating the crap out of teams. But I can tell you right now.
Let's go, Cowboys.
Right? If they knock them down, that's going to help us.
I'm keeping it a buck. Hey, let's go, Cowboys. Because if they lose, and I'm talking about the Eagles lose, we move up to first place.
Yep.
And that's when, we control our own destiny. Let's go, Cowboys.
Yeah, so we handle our business at home with Seattle.
Absolutely.
Cowboys win.
Absolutely.
And I'm not a Cowboys fan. I hate the Cowboys, but right now we're trying to catch up to the Eagles. We already know
I hate them.
Cowboys ass.
I hate them.
We all hate them.
I hate them for strategic, reasons. I hate them. You know what I'm saying? I don't like them at all. Hell no, I don't like them. But for strategic, situations.
I don't like them.
Oh, hey, for this situation right now, Cowboys, just do your job. Just do your job.
How about them Cowboys? Let's go.
So Ramsaholic, you're asking if you think that the Rams will make the playoffs. I don't know.
I kind of answered them. I said, no, I think the Packers are playing too good.
If they do, I think they're going to be a wild card team. Because when you look at just everybody on top right now, you have the Niners, you got the Eagles, you have the Lions, and then you got that bum-ass division of the NFC South, and the Falcons are leading that right now. So that's going to leave you 3 spots. And currently right now, Dallas has that 5th spot. And then when you look at it, you guys are right in the hunt. You're in the hunt. So you have the option to be able to do what you need to do. You just have to go out there and start winning games.
Don't forget about the Vikings, though, and
definitely
the
wild
Packers.
card. I'm not going to worry about the Vikings because I don't think Josh Dobbs is really truthfully that guy. You know what I'm saying? I honestly don't think that, but I think right now 6-6 in the NFC, Minnesota, Green Bay, Atlanta, the Rams, and even the Seahawks. They're all 6-6 right now. So all of y'all are in the hunt for those final 3 spots. So you've got to start winning games and making shit happen. And then you'll be able to do what you need to do. But we got Lefty in the building. Everybody else has spoken on this game, bro. Just give us some fire, Lefty. Let us know what the fuck is up.
That was an absolute fucking ass whooping. I wish we would have done the show right after the game because I would have been a lot more fired up. But that was freaking amazing. The team is freaking unreal when it's healthy. Absolute ass whooping. Nobody can beat us when we're healthy.
Mm-hmm.
And Purdy's a damn fucking MVP, okay? Enough of this fucking, we're going to make excuses here, we're going to make excuses here for this, for that. Fucking calling Jalen Hurts the MVP and Purdy fucking outplayed him by times 10.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Are we the best team in the league?
Hands down,
All
we're the best team in the
facts.
league. Not even
What
close.
was-
This
Hands
is
down the
coming from
best
a
team
guy
in the
that
league.
liked
All
Baker Mayfield.
What did you, Christian? What did you think about that hit from Deon Lenore?
Oh, dude, you should have heard me. I freaking like jumped out of my chair, dude. I was like, bring my chair upstairs and watch it instead of sitting on the couch. I like jumped out of my chair. I was like, oh my god! Like I like
I'm
had like
telling
a
you,
full
that
blown
one is
reaction.
like that's like that meme of the dude that's the bum and he's black and he is like, when I came down, I'm telling bro, like that's like the hit that he laid on him is just equivalent to being hit by a damn car unexpectedly. Like you literally didn't know this was coming, and then you turn around and all you see is a heat-seeking missile wearing the number 2. And that motherfucker's coming in to lay the hit on you in ways you can't imagine. You didn't know that was coming. You weren't prepared. So when you turned around, you saw your life flash before your eyes and a flash of red and a helmet that was gold. And
He
you
went into the tent because he had to go and change his
Pause.
underwear.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to go take a shit.
Yeah.
Can we, since we're talking
He
about
lit- he
corners,
lit- I'm pretty sure he literally knocked the shit out of him.
Oh,
this
yeah.
was the longest yard. I think I made him shit himself.
Oh, yeah. That was a beautiful hit.
He shit
bro.
himself. It
Hey,
happened.
we're gonna
bro.
talk about-
that was-
Patrick
that was-
Willis would be proud.
yeah. Hey, if we're gonna talk about corners, though, can we talk about the fact that I was right about Ambry Thomas this whole time, guys? Literally,
Give you that.
I've been trying to tell you guys. Like the biggest problem is we keep drafting these corners and then making them fit our system instead of like putting them into what they're comfortable doing.
He loves man. Put him in man. He
And I'm
thrives.
telling you, all of our corners when we put them in the right position, they play so much better. Like you can even see it in the games. When our corners are playing man, and especially press man, and they're able to be on the receiver and move with him, it makes it really hard for quarterbacks to find an open guy. But if Brooks sometimes decides to change it, we either playing a zone or we're playing an off man or off 5-10 yards, playing soft. Then receivers able to get open. Our guys are like struggle to get back on the receiver. Like anytime we play press man, this defense is just killer. That when Hurts was trying to find receivers and nobody was open and we were getting coverage because we were playing press man, and our guys can stay right there on the receiver's hip the whole time. When they were actually making plays is when we were playing off.
And credit to Ward, bro. Ward has stepped up in that, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
because as soon as
Wilkes-
I said that the last game. Did not speak on that. I said I wanted him to follow AJ.
Yeah.
And what did he do? He stepped up to this challenge again.
Yep.
And he stepped up to AJ. He didn't even give up a touchdown.
If you're
Now,
going to be a
granted,
number one
you
QB,
know, the other
follow
one
the
did.
number one receiver and do your thing.
look at
Absolutely. Absolutely.
AJ Brown got 120 yards, but it was kind of empty yards. But if you look at it, look at after the bye week. Look how good Ward's been after the bye week. So look what happened. We put Lenore in the slot.
Look how the defense has been
I know.
the bye week.
But the biggest change, what I'm saying though, is the biggest change of this defense is we put Lenore in the slot, then you put Ambry on the outside with Mooney. We started playing prep because we did that. We play press man, and ever since we started playing
because your boy Ambry has stepped up to the plate.
Yeah,
he's been doing his thing.
But it's helped Mooney Ward a lot. Like he's played so much better when we're calling coverage press man, where he's on the receiver the whole time. That receiver never leaves him.
And I love that idea that he's able to follow the receiver.
Yeah, the only time he struggles and gets like those holding calls and stuff on him is when we're playing off and he's trying to come back up to the receiver and messes up. So that's the whole change in this defense is the change at corner and then playing more press man, and it's giving the D line more opportunity to get to the quarterback.
Look at all the time.
Like the fact that we were getting
lefty, and he couldn't get the ball.
Who would have ever thought we would have coverage sacks in this game? You wouldn't have never told me that we would have ever got coverage sacks.
I'll say this. I got to give a
Did
special
we get
shout
3?
out. Yeah, we got 3. I'll give a special shout out to a guy who had 2 out of those 3 sacks, Javon Kinlaw.
Yep.
Give him his
Javon
flowers.
Kinlaw had to be on a mission this game because he got ragdolled when we played them in the NFC Championship last year. They were bullying him. He wasn't bullying anyone. And he got 2 sacks in this game, which is fan-fucking-tastic. I love every second of it. I'm grateful that he, had a couple. He ain't gonna be here next year, but hey, wherever he goes, hopefully somebody will pay him a good amount of money and let him do his thing. But it's just the pressure that we bring is just unruly. It's like on a consistent basis, just breaking hearts left and right when it comes to these dudes because you can't get a guy to get open, and then you have no time to throw because that pass rush is going to collapse that pocket at some point. And what
That's the
kills
best
me is
O-line we faced.
I didn't understand why the Eagles didn't try to use Jalen Hurts running. They know we're not good against
Well, his knee slowing his running down a lot. Like you'd see when
he's
he
got
get
a
out of
knee
the
issue.
pocket, he get out of the pocket and try to get to the edge, and our linebackers would meet him before he could get a big
we
gain
contained
with
him
his
pretty
legs
well.
every single
I agree
time.
with that.
I mean,
I agree with
linebackers can go sideline to sideline, so that kind of helps us too. Like,
Yeah, and he's not Lamar. He ain't, he's not out running.
but Lamar's not even running like that this year. Lamar's in the pocket.
No, he's been sticking in the pocket, which is fantastic for me. Stay your dumb ass in the pocket. We're gonna kill you.
Please,
Yep.
please.
They have no
Please.
O-line. So he gonna die behind that. You stand in that pocket like that, sir. And the only thing that I would say is we got to be better on third down. Because we stayed on the field one too many times. It's probably the only negative thing that I saw throughout this game was the fact that we couldn't get off the field on third down. They had 15 third downs and converted 8. That's not good.
To me,
I love our goal line defense.
Oh, goal line defense.
I love our goal line defense.
Beautiful.
That's because the goal line
Especially our
defense
pass coverage.
Goal line defense is good because you have to play press man. You have to be up in the receiver's face because it's the only way to play on the red zone.
Right.
The problem is Will keeps calling too much of this soft shit when we don't need it. If he just gets rid of that soft shit, takes it out of the playbook, we won't even have an issue. It's the soft shit. The soft shit that he calls, the soft coverage, kills us.
Yeah, I don't want my
coverage
10 yards off of a wide receiver, 5 at a max, but not 10.
But you also got to remember though why he has to play it. And I understand what you're saying, Lefty, but you also still have to remember you got a rookie back there that just replacing an all-pro.
Oh, yeah,
so his learning curve has to be, phenomenal right now to be even remotely, for us to not even talk about, how he's actually playing is a beautiful thing right now.
Well, you
especially because he's a rookie.
You got to think.
You know what I'm saying? You're taking over for a pro.
Think about which college he came from too, though. Those guys come in ready to play in
state. Absolutely.
Defensive players from Penn State come.
He's a ball hog.
And the crazy thing is the guy he replaces is going to be his counterpart next year.
Yeah.
Because I can tell you right now, if we win the Super Bowl this year, Gibbs retiring. He's done. Yeah. He's good.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like he doesn't and the one thing that's nice about the game today is as an NFL player, if you made it, if you've gotten at least 2 to 3 contracts, it's really hard to go broke. It really is. You've got to truthfully just fuck your money off like an idiot to go broke if you've gotten at least 3 contracts in this league. And if you get more than 3, you still have to know how to be able to budget your money properly. So I don't think Gibbs hurting for cash. And I think if we win the Super Bowl, he's going to look and say, hey, man, appreciate the Niners, appreciate the time. Thank you. But I'm going to hang these cleats up and call it a day.
Just real quick, too.
No, hold on.
Go ahead.
Hold on, Brandon. 1 sec. The one thing I want to bring up is for the rest of the season, we need to find out how to get Shanahan pissed. Because when he got pissed after Greenlaw got thrown out, his play calling was killer. I knew he was pissed when right after the Eagles scored that touchdown after Greenlaw got thrown out. Who was returning kickoffs? That told me right there when I saw who was returning the kick. I was like, oh,
Debo.
pissed.
Yeah.
Debo. I was like, oh, Debo probably told Kyle, I'm returning this bitch. Kyle said, you're damn right you are. And we just went.
Hey, look, man. You know what we need to do
after that.
We need to tell him that while Pete was chewing that gum, he was looking at a picture of his wife and jacking off, and then that'll piss him off, and that'll light a fire under his ass, and he'll go over there and just destroy the damn Seahawks.
I like seeing him fucking fired up and angry on the sideline, dude.
Same.
I could tell that the team was like feeding off it, and his play call.
And it made him put his foot on the gas. He was just pissed.
It reminded me more of Mike when he was mad like that.
Oh, Singletary?
I just love that he.
No, Mike Shanahan, his dad.
I just love that.
No, yeah, Mike Singletary was too busy dropping his pants in the freaking locker room, but
I just love that
Mike Shanahan had a temper like that too.
You don't answer this one.
I love Kyle has a quarterback that he can trust. You know what I'm saying? Brock just
Draymond.
He makes the
unscheduled throws, bro.
He makes not only that, but he just execute these actual small plays. He looks downfield, but he can complete what Jimmy should have been doing from day one.
He runs the playbook.
Passes.
Yep.
That's what it was. It's simple what he's doing.
You never see
those little passes.
You won't see him on the sideline.
Two touchdowns by Debo are easy little jump
or not.
Debo did the rest.
And
it was hard for Jimmy to do that.
You know what you need in order to run Kyle Shanahan's offense to perfection? The ability to process quick.
Yeah.
You got to process quick in order to run this offense this high. And Brock Purdy has that. He can develop, he can scheme the defense, he processes quickly, and he gets rid of the ball quick. Now, Jimmy can get rid of the ball quick, but the dumbass couldn't process.
Oh, he couldn't process shit.
And that's why he was throwing into linebacker.
Even in real time, I was blown away by that throw he had to McCaffrey. Fuck. That throw was nasty. In real time, as I saw that throw, I was like, dude, that one he
that throw to Ayuk was great, but the catch was even better.
Yeah,
the way he did that was awesome. And Silverado,
because before that Debo touchdown, it wouldn't have happened if that didn't get completed.
That was all Brock though. That dude Brock.
Silverado Kev. Silverado Kev says, did I miss y'all talking about Debo challenging his inner Lamar from BMF with the black AF1s and Debo knocking the Sonic rings out of Swift?
Talk your shit, brother. Talk your shit,
Kev. Look, and this is the best analogy I've heard. And Silverado Kev is always full of that game, man. That's that pimp talk from the Bay Area. He said,
Draymond Greenlaw.
He said, stuff the ass out, shout out Draymond Greenlaw. I'm telling you right now, Draymond, I'm telling you, Dre is our goon.
Anybody with a name
Draymond for the Warriors is their resident goon. You don't have very many goons left in the league. Period. Yes, no more hospital balls. Thank you, Jesus.
Goon implies they can't play. It's enforcer.
Okay. Well, look,
I'm just a fighter. Enforcer means you can at least play.
He's a goon. He's an enforcer. He's basically he's that dude that wears black gloves and says nothing. But when you get out of pocket, he knocks you the fuck out and just goes right back to his standing position. It is what it is.
Everybody hates it. Everybody hates that he gets a penalty here and there, but trust me, that's a guy you want on your team because the rest of the defense feeds off of it.
Sure.
To me,
his defense is not the same around him.
So, like, to me, he's the soul of the defense. You know,
Warner would be the
heart. Fred's the heart. Fred's the heart.
Yeah.
Fred's the heart of that defense. Like
Greenlaw is the soul.
Really, Greenlaw's that soul, dude.
He's the pump.
They feed off of that.
They
feed off of his tenacity, dude. You want that guy.
Absolutely.
You might have to get a 15-yard penalty here and there, but you want that tenacity on your team.
Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah, because he plays mercilessly. Like, he doesn't think he's reckless with his hits.
He's a dog. He's a dog.
He is a full-on dog. I mean, he out there.
They threw that.
He out there big as he is, but he playing like a bull mastiff out that motherfucker.
Everybody's mad that he's.
You can ragdoll men in pads and throw them around. You a dog. I'm sorry. When you can chase down a grown man and literally slam them in pads, you got a different type of mode. You know, that mindset is totally out there.
Yeah.
Like, and then like they say, he can walk off the field and he's just totally cool as ever. Nah, that's that dude you don't want to mess with.
Yeah, that play wasn't even really that bad of a penalty. It's
country strength.
Ref should blow the whistle. He's playing to the whistle,
right?
And you got to bring him down, because if he doesn't bring him down, what if he breaks away and gets a touchdown? It's like, how do you punish a guy for finishing a play that? Oh, he suplexed.
Right.
Yeah. It's football. He tackled him.
I love
right.
I love this
You know how it is. Oh, look at that! Look at that!
All right, real quick, guys. This is gonna be my last question for you guys, and then we're gonna end it. Let me just freaking bring it up right this. Hold up.
Hey, real quick, as you bring that up, I just wanted to say that my FSU team got that is shit what college is doing. You win 13 games and you get out because your quarterback gets
the college playoff is BS in ways you can't imagine.
We should know better than anyone. We should know better than anyone when your quarterback's hurt. You ain't gonna win shit, Beto. So you know damn well they got their ass
I know,
kicked.
but is it fair? No. They earned the right to get embarrassed in the playoffs.
Okay, I'm sorry, but like you're gonna get beat by 40. What's the point?
It's all right. They earned that right.
The whole point is to earn money and get people to watch the game. Everybody's gonna turn the game off by the second.
You could blame you could blame TCU for that one.
Anyway,
simple as that.
Politics, baby.
This is the first year ever the committee actually decided to play the best 4 teams instead of who deserves it. They should have been doing the best 4 teams the whole time. It's the first time they've ever done
y'all. So, what are your guys' thoughts on this new signing, Logan Ryan? We got rid of TDP. How you guys feel about this signing?
I don't care. I don't know who the dude is. He's here.
I don't know who he is either.
I think he's pretty decent. So it's just good to have.
I'm still shocked that they got rid of TDP. Wow.
I mean, it's just good to have a backup, but them getting rid of
Skip's
TDP
stupid face off. I don't want to look at Skip crying about the Cowboys.
I do. I love watching him cry about the Cowboys because then he goes on national TV and gets destroyed.
I know. That's why, like, we have to root.
Except for Michael Irvin, because you know he's going to come to the defense of the Cowboys.
We have to root for the Eagles this week or the Cowboys this weekend, but it's like I know I have to, but it's so funny when the Cowboys lose because I will listen to Undisputed, so it's.
Oh yeah, I purposely will watch when they lose just to see the excuses and watch them get ate up by Richard Sherman every day. That's what makes me laugh.
Hey, who turned in right away into Speak this Monday morning?
Dude, Nick Wright's still on his bullshit, bro.
Nick Wright's an idiot.
That's first things first.
Basketball is he's a basketball guy. He should stick to basketball.
No, but Nick, this is here. This I'll come to Nick's defense in a small manner.
Okay.
I understand him to an extent because he's saying I need to see him finish the job before I crown him that guy. That's all I can say. As far as you saying, Brock's not elite. He whooping a lot of elite ass. He knocking the shit out of a lot of elite motherfuckers. So I don't know what you're seeing and what you're not seeing, but I understand his caution because he's like, hey, look, we got to see the guy really finish the job. So that part I get, but as far as like the other stuff, hey, everybody's got an opinion. Opinions like we all got one.
Here's my thing though. Because a lot of this has to do with, everybody's talking about how he hasn't come from behind, all this bullshit, right? Mm-hmm. Okay. What did he do against the Cleveland Browns?
Yeah, we almost won that game if it wouldn't have been for the win, knocking the field goal out.
Yep.
But he led the team down the field, right?
Mm-hmm.
He led a game-winning drive in his second ever playoff game against what was touted as the best defense in the NFL last year. So, like, I don't want to hear
Cowboys.
From
yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Game-winning drive in the fourth quarter.
I'm gonna fucking say it.
Baby.
Y'all.
Yeah, man.
The kudos goes to Sam Darnold for him getting our defense ready every week, because I know he's been throwing ducks, and I know that our defense has to get prepared for anything thrown their way. So shout out
You
to
had me
Seth.
going, Rod. I'm like, where's this guy
Yeah, I'm
going?
like, where is he going with this?
Where is
I
he
mean,
going?
Shout
I
out to
think it's
Sam
funny that-
Shout
Darnold,
out. I'm with
baby.
you, Rod.
Hey,
it is funny.
USC pride, baby.
hey,
I was
we'll
like,
play.
where is he
Fight on.
going with this? But you're absolutely
But it's
right.
funny.
I maintain this. I will never come off of this. USC produces everything except for good quarterbacks.
Hey,
Fight on,
He says
baby.
he throws ducks. 'cause I'm
Ohio
like,
State
Sam
is
Darnold
starting to
still
prove a
has
little
one of-
different too.
Hey,
No,
real quick.
Ohio State. No, you know what? Because C.J. Stroud, the only one out of all of them quarterbacks that came out that's worth a dime.
That's what I'm saying. They're
Fields
starting to prove it with
Justin
him.
Fields wasn't worth shit. Troy Smith wasn't worth shit.
Bro, Justin
who the
Fields
fuck
went to a
else?
terrible
Terrell Pryor
situation.
wasn't worth shit.
No,
Yeah.
none of them. Yeah, there's
Fields
another
went to a
school that you kid
terrible
doesn't produce
situation,
quarterbacks.
right?
Yeah, Ohio State just don't produce quarterbacks.
Hey,
But I mean,
how
hey,
do-
C.J.
I
Stroud
wonder
was
how
great
Carolina's feeling, bro. How do you feel if you're Carolina and you're watching this kid do what he's doing? You're sitting there with Mr. Midget over
Because
there.
it-
doesn't
you
have
can't.
No,
You
anybody
I
can't
around
feel
him.
that way.
right now,
Hold on.
man. Carolina,
Different situation.
yeah, that's a
He
whole
doesn't
different
have
situation.
anybody around him.
Terrible. No,
He has
no
no help.
receivers, no offensive line.
Yeah, I guess your point,
Stroud
yeah.
would have been just as bad there.
Yeah.
You got to
All
remember,
right,
Stroud
so-
went into
But he's playing good
one of the
football.
best
That's
Hey.
what's
offensive line.
special.
He has one of the
Stroud
best
was hanging
offensive
out with
line.
D'Amico, who was better than Frank Reich anyway,
Reich.
as far as head coaching.
And it was nice
got
to
a
see.
real
It was
question
nice to
for
see
you guys.
Jimmy Ward get that interception to steal that game. I was happy for him.
Yeah,
After how
yeah,
many
true.
years? You know, Jimmy Ward don't get interceptions. That's a rare sight. You know that nigga
Right.
can't pick the ball up.
Right.
That's why I was giving it his flowers.
Yeah, well, I had to
Fact.
take him right back
Because I got to wait another 30 years
fucking
before I do it
anomaly for Jimmy
again.
Ward.
Oh, what were you gonna say, Rod?
Sorry, Rod.
What? No. You good? Regardless of how your wherever your mindset was, whatever your thoughts were, right or wrong, whatever, does not matter now. What game was it that you knew that Brock was it?
Me? I'm gonna honest, and anybody
radio
that follows
answer.
me heard me. Brandon, I think Brandon's been hearing me preach. I
Oh,
knew
yeah.
it since the Miami game,
Yeah.
and I've been preaching it since. And people are calling me an idiot. People calling me like, what I saw, what he was able to do, like coming in against Miami and play. And the one play that really certified for me on that was that play where the defender was right in his face, and he got it to Kittle.
Mhm.
And he did not
Right,
let
right.
that pressure him. I go, we have something
Yeah.
special in this kid. Now, I don't know what he was. I didn't know he was going to turn out to this guy, but I thought, this guy is not. He's fearless. He doesn't let any of this get him. And so I got hyped up and I've been on them since then. And I've been preaching him all off season. And people are like, he's injury. Is he going to be good enough? I'm like, this kid is special, man. It's hard to keep a special kid down. People want to compare to Joe Montana. That's a going different direction. But the kid within himself is special. That was and I'm being honest.
Brock is Brock.
There you go. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Christian.
yeah.
I'd say the Raiders game. That was his first real test last season, and he went. I mean, RD kept us in the game the whole time, and he drove us down to win it, missed a field goal, and then went back and won it. Did it again and won in overtime. He did it twice, 2 game-winning drives in the same game. That's how I do.
I'll
Like,
say
dude, this kid's fucking got it.
Yeah, for me, it was when he went out there and beat Brady. That told me there was something about this kid that was different. You know how intimidating it is to be on the field as Mr. Irrelevant, but you got to play like the guy. Like this, that's like being a rookie and your first opponent is Michael Jordan. You don't want that. Nobody does. The only difference with Jordan is in basketball, you actually are playing Jordan. In football, he's not playing Brady, but he outdueled him. Shout out to our defense for helping out with that, but Brock Purdy went out there and executed our offense. So when he beat Brady, that let me know there's something in this kid that's definitely going to be a little bit different than what people are expecting. You know what I'm saying? But what about you, B-Dubs?
I'm gonna say to where it matters the most is his first playoff game against the Cowboys.
You mean Seattle?
Oh yeah, Seattle. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Seattle. He just freaking proved that he's the guy, man. And yes, I wanted Trey to play this year and everything like that because I didn't know how Brock was gonna be after the injury. but he's proven to be freaking maybe even 100 times better now.
Mhm.
And I'm freaking happy with him. This team looks crazy phenomenal with him under center now.
Yes.
Can I say this?
Yeah.
Can I say this about Brock? And this is honest. Y'all remember when we played Washington last year?
Mhm.
The first pass, you remember it was a fake. He turns his hips and he throws a quick slant. And I was like, whoa, wait a minute. I had never seen that play being done, yet pulled off so easily. And I said, whoa, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That caught my eye. I've never paid attention to a pass because we never saw Jimmy do that, even remotely orchestrate his hips to ever turn like that. I mean, he fucked porn stars. I don't even understand why his hips couldn't do that shit. But that's a whole nother case.
Because his hips don't lie,
I
Rod.
just feel like, hey, I'm just saying, at the end of the day, I just think that Brock, like Lefty, I agree with everything you said. Also, y'all got to remember the team went out and partied the night before because it was New Year's.
Mhm.
And for him to get these guys motivated up, hey, we're going to go down here and win this by any means necessary. And he did that. Yeah, that he had that it factor there. That was just, I was like, oh yeah, my man's is he got it. He got it. He just has that I like his poise, how he moves around like
Mhm.
nothing
Nothing about it.
nothing surprises him. It does not matter. Like you can tell jitters. His first couple of throws, you could tell jitters. After the jitters go, dog, you can sit back and just watch a show. Like he about to get busy. And it's over. He executes because we have the right guys he can get the ball to, and he knows this space because he trusts Kyle's uh 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 formula, his scheme, and then on top of that, Kyle finally has a guy that he trusts with his scheme now that can pull his scheme off. He doesn't need a big arm. He just needs a guy put the ball in these guys' hands and let them do the work by blocking for each other downfield.
I was
Just
gonna
get
say.
them the ball.
I was gonna say this. We can't be worried about Jimmy hips. The man can't even text a human being back. So, the whole dating porn stars thing, is nice that you went out and dated a porn star,
Yeah.
but that's like, throwing your dick in the hallway. That motherfucker's been ran through in ways you can't imagine. I don't care how much cryo, whatever you want to do. At the end of the day, bro, if you look at that chick and probably look at her laundry list of dudes, I guarantee you it's wrecked. It is
Dion,
done.
Dion, Dion, let me say this. Let's be real. Number one, we are not his age. Number one,
No.
if you were his age with that amount of money and you had the opportunity to be with arguably any woman that that would with the snap of the finger, all you got to do is just say, yeah. Your hot dog in the hallway situation is kind
Who
of
are we talking about? I'm
out the
lost here.
window.
Jimmy Garoppolo.
Oh, Jimmy.
Why are we even?
Okay.
Who cares about him?
I was
He's one
talking
guy.
to Christian in the back, then I
All right.
didn't catch on. But
All right, real quick. This
yeah,
is my last
sorry,
question for you guys, and we'll end it.
my
Who
bad.
is the player that stood out to you the most on both offense and defense?
The guy I fucking picked in our show.
I mean, hey, look, Debo was a killer on offense, and then
Yeah,
on defense,
who picked him?
honestly, Kinlaw was very surprising for him to get those 2 sacks.
that's a good pick, Dion. That's a good pick, man. Give him his
I
flowers.
was pleasantly surprised by Javon. So good job, Javon. Keep it up. And I like how he's playing because this keeps him healthy. If
It's
you
not
have
going to save his ass, but that's a good play.
Yeah. If he's a rotational guy, that's better. But him being the starter and a 3-down guy, not
And Kalia Davis was out there, man. I love seeing that.
he
even got a
sack.
sack.
Yeah.
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 I didn't even know he got a sack.
Yeah.
Yep.
He got to
Yeah,
say
he
he was
got
out
one.
there.
Yep.
All right,
did.
Rod, what's your answer?
Man, offensively, Brock shut up a lot of
Oh,
people.
man, you took that from me.
I just Nah.
I miss it. We're just too
Brock
great minds think
he
alike.
shut up. He put a lot of doubters. He put a lot of doubters to bed. He just orchestrated and showed this. He showed the world basically, regardless of what side you was on. Let me just see how he would play because now he's healthy. For him to put up 42 opposing defenses, opposing teams, house, you hang 42 up,
Yeah.
and how he did it.
Come on now.
Your first two drives, your first quarter, you go scoreless, and every single quarter after that, you score 14. In every single quarter,
6
you score 6
consecutive.
touchdowns.
Yep.
No, man, we've never saw a game like this from Jimmy. Never. You've never been this comfortable as a 49er in any way, shape, form, or fashion in when it comes to a quarterback in years. Like you don't know how it feels to have this type of feeling like, hold on, man. Like I actually feel comfortable with this type of quarterback. Like,
Yep.
I'm sorry, Brock Purdy just brings that swag that we've been missing
That it factor.
because
Yep.
he just execute that it. Like when I heard about that it factor, I just see it.
Yep.
He is not phased by nothing. He just gets busy out there,
I know a lot of you guys are.
and it's just smooth.
I know a lot of you guys are young. I don't mean to interrupt you, Rod, but I watched football since '77. So I watched it before the Joe Montana, the Steve DeVere, before Bill Walsh. So I seen a lot of ups and downs, and I know that when people mention Brock Purdy's kind of similarities with Joe Montana, people freak out. How are you gonna? He's the GOAT, 4-time Super Bowl champion, and they're right about that part. But Joe Montana was not that in the beginning. Joe Montana struggled
Right.
a lot. He started, I think, his second year towards the end of the season and took over for Steve DeBerg and then kept it from there. He wasn't the Joe Montana that we all love today.
Yeah, it wasn't right away.
Exactly. He had to develop. And now, if we would have compared Joe Montana to maybe another quarterback back then in the beginning, people would have made fun of that. So we got to let Brock Purdy do his thing. When
Brock
people say
Purdy be Brock
comparisons,
Purdy.
they're just saying similarities. They're not saying he's going to win 4 Super Bowl. He's going to be, but the similarities are there. He's clutch. The only thing is, I want to see the 2-minute warning, kind of more like the Joe Montana type of thing. But I mean, everything that he's doing, Rod and guys, is just amazes me. The poise that he has. He doesn't get shaken. He doesn't get rattled. He's super laser focused. And the kid's just a winner, man. He believes in himself. He don't need no outside verification of how good he is. He knows who he is, and
Absolutely.
that's a great player to have,
And
man.
I'll tell you this:
Yeah.
his faith in God is what keeps him strong, and I can respect that because so many people are void of such nowadays. That it's good that you got a young man that comes out there, and has like his evangelistic.
I like that you brought that up. I didn't want to bring it because people get crazy when you bring up faith and
Oh no, man! I didn't bring
it up for that.
Look, man, I believe in God. Okay, so if people don't like that I believe in God, you are more than welcome to unsubscribe to my fucking channel.
I'm
not
with
gonna
you,
be mad
bro.
about it.
I'm the same way.
You know what I'm saying? Some people do, some people don't. I try not to disrespect anyone, but if you feel that that's something you can't mess with, by all means, don't let the door hit you where the good Lord splits you now. But one thing I wanted to say was
because they did ask him about the fame, the money, the
don't care about
you're the quarterback now, the 49ers. He's like, I'm the same person. If there's anything that I want is just to serve God and to do what He wants me to do. In other words, he's focused. He knows who he is, what he wants to do, and who he serves. And everything else just comes to him. And he's not one he's not one that, at least to me, I don't perceive him to be someone that goes high or lows. He stays steady. Through adversity or victory, he's still the same guy. And I love that.
Yeah.
Being comfortable in your own skin
Yes,
is the way that it works.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? I think that having that comfortability with yourself and just knowing who you are,
yes, sir.
he can walk around the way that he does. I mean, the man is comfortable riding around with his roommate. You know what I'm saying? He's fine with how things are becoming into his life. and he's welcoming that each step. I love how he moves, how he operates, how he conducts himself as our starting quarterback because he moves in a way it just lets you know that he's
I gotta
a
do,
captain.
I gotta
Seriously,
do this with
I see
Brock.
why he has a,
And the beauty of it is,
you know,
There
and
you
the
go,
beauty of
Brock.
it, there you go, man. Let me turn this. Let me
We
turn this
gotta do
around.
it, bro. Because
So let
these
me tell you
stupid
this.
clowns that make fun of stuff
So
like that
it's
are
it's
idiots.
dumbasses that make fun of things like this that show you that they have no idea what they're talking about.
Like
But for
his hat
me,
backwards is gonna, yeah.
yeah, like this about to change some shit. But for me, really quick, I just wanted to say, hey, Jim Everett the Great, you can fuck off, bro. The Rams are 6-6. You're gonna have to scratch into a fucking wild card spot, only to wind up getting yourself put out. If you come up against us or the Eagles, you know we're gonna beat the shit out of you. You come on, man. You gotta let it go, bud. You gotta let it go.
hey, play Detroit. I don't give a shit. Go beat them. Hey, be good with
Do
them.
that. But don't try to come
Go
over here
upset
with
the
that.
Hey, real
Cowboys.
quick, guys,
Go
I
upset the
have a
Cowboys.
super chat.
I don't care.
I want to respect and honor the super chat from Roberto Davis with a $5 super chat. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. It's like Sherm said, Brock ain't walking or waiting no
Wait
more.
no more.
He's finna to take it all. He's not waiting. He knew who he was before he stepped on that field, man. So
That's why he
now
did what
we're
he
starting
did.
to catch up what he believes in himself.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Hey, Brock is the man. You know, this 49er team is unbeatable. And anybody who wants to smoke, they can come get some. We're gonna take care of these sea chickens. They're gonna come through
Let's go.
and
Double
beat the
digit
shit
win,
out of
baby.
and beat the shit out of these fucking Cardinals. Then we're gonna go to Baltimore and take out them fucking Ravens. And we
3
just gonna
more
keep the ball
birds.
rolling. You know what I'm saying? As long as you a bird, you're done. Your goose is cooked.
Yes, sir. And with that being said, we'll be back here to preview the Seahawks versus Niners game later this week. And until next time, guys, go faithful. Go Niners.
Appreciate you, fellas.
Go Niners, man. Smoking on that Eagles pack.
Let's